When we left you last week, Tony was fishing with Josh Isaacs of Branson's Full Throttle Fishing Adventures. Today we wrap up that trip before heading to Table Rock Lake with good buddy and fishing guide Tim Sainato.
So I was born and raised here on Bull Shoals. Been here all my life. Some of my family owned the Beaver Creek Marina right down the way here, about 4 miles. What we do out here is unbelievable. I offer all kinds of trips. We do trout, we do crappie, bass, walleye. I try to travel wherever I need to travel to catch fish, but Bull Shoals is where I cut my teeth. This is my roots. This is my home away from home. I'm here 6-7 days a week. My dad was an avid crappie fisherman. He was an avid fisherman, period. I lost him 3 years ago, and I've took this guide into a whole new level. I enjoy taking everybody, teaching everybody, because that's how we all got started, was learning from somebody. But my good buddy Tony here, he comes out, we see each other. We don't get to fish much, but we see each other on the lake from time to time. We had him out last year gigging. We all enjoy being together and having a good time. We all are in it for the same reason, and that's to make a living and have a good time, meet new people.
Well, let's catch a few more crappie.
Let's catch Tony a mess fish to eat. He struggles sometimes.
With crappie, I'm not even sure what they look like.
I start saying he's never over here to do it.
Squincher Outdoors is made possible by the support of these great companies. The Resource Center for all your insurance solutions. Jim Butler Centralia, where the Squincher team gets all our vehicles. Rustic Timbers Furniture for home and office. Mossy Oak Properties, find your happy place. Vexus Boats, outfitting your dream your way. Lily's Landing, Branson's top resort and marina. Big Creek Ducks and Bucks for your Arkansas outdoor experience. Hot Shot Archery, accuracy defined. Magnus Broadheads, quality with a lifetime guarantee. Vortex Optics, closing the distance. Spartan Camera, so you don't have to be there. HHA Sports, American made and family owned. Dominant Strands, our choice for premium custom bowstrings. Elvish Tack Light, no sight light compares. Trophy Image, animal nutrition you can trust. Dare Construction, dare to dream. Orani Archery Products, top-notch arrows and components. Big D's Barbecue, voted best Branson barbecue for nearly a decade. And of course, our friends at Squincher. Hydration for everyone.
Table Rock and Bull Shoals are like two different worlds.
Yeah, they are. They're totally different worlds.
If you had to go up to Table Rock right now and catch 5 big crappie in 10 minutes, good luck with that.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you, I've traveled all over the place fishing. I've been from far down south to north to you name it, I've been there probably. Texas, everywhere. And I would almost bet there's not a other lake compares to Bull Shoals as far as crappie fishing. You may not catch all 3-pounders, but you can come down here about any day of the week, year round, and catch a good mess, a good slab crappie. I can go to Truman, I can catch crappie, but I can't get the quality of crappie that I can get on Bull Shoals.
I was gonna say, you might not catch as many crappie at Bull Shoals, but when you catch one, you may catch a 15, 16, 17-inch crappie.
You know,
that's a fish of a lifetime.
There was a bunch of us last year, not a bunch of us, there was 2 or 3 of us last year. I've been fishing this all my life. I couldn't tell you how many crappie that I've caught off of this lake. Like I say, my dad was an avid crappie fisherman. I've always been pretty avid, but I caught my first crappie over 3 pounds last year on a guide trip. I've got one fish mounted on my wall at home that I caught off Bull Shoals. Matter of fact, I caught him about 100 yards from where we're at. That weighed 4.1. But that is an all-day, everyday crappie on Bull Shoals.
He choked it too. You can't even see the bait.
Yeah, he literally got to stick the finger down there to pop him out. But that's just an average crappie on Bull Shoals.
Nice. Yeah, boy, that was beautiful.
Is that a crappie?
Yeah. Big crappie.
Oh, look at that one, guys. That's what you're after.
See how finicky they get this time of year, though?
Oh, hold him up for the camera. Now, guys, Riley tells me that he doesn't have to be in school because he was on the A+ program and he doesn't have to be there today. I'm not sure if I buy it, but we'll whatever.
He catch crappie either way.
Yeah, whatever he does.
Drum.
Oh my gosh,
Oh my
what?
gosh, that's catfish.
You think it is?
Yep. Oh yeah, I thought you had the fish caught.
He never touched it. What are you doing, casting out there in the middle catching bass?
Look at him jumping everywhere. That's what he's doing. He didn't tell us. He just snuck over and did it.
I see how he is. Sneaky jeans, I'm calling him. That's what I thought. I can edit anything.
We'll call him Jordan.
Hey now.
You could call it a humpback bass.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's a little broke back.
Next time you see one jump, you might want to tell the guy.
That hasn't caught many fish. He's been on a camera.
I'm just being your cameraman. That's all right. Let's see how you are.
I bet they're all over that point if you got to go up there.
That's all just that point. There's that kitty cat. Look at that big old catfish.
Oh
I'm
my
going
God.
down there to him.
I seen him. That thing lunged like there was nothing, and all of a sudden it.
Oh, that's another nice one. Flipping him in here like he's in the Bassmaster Classic boat, flipping him.
Decent little crappie.
There's one. You have one too, Riley?
Yeah, he came off.
Nice. It's probably because you're the Bassmaster kid, flipping them up like you're...
Yeah.
Whoa now.
Can't take time.
Your Uncle Jordan.
Giant.
Uncle Jordan teach you how to catch them?
Count how many's in the live well of mine, how many's yours. Count how many's in the live well of mine, how many's yours. Count how many's in the live well of mine, how many's yours.
Another nice Bull Shoals crappie. All right, guys, we slid across from the mud flat. Now we're on the rocky side, but Josh said there's a brush pile here, and it looks like it's got a few fishies in it. The one thing that I have noticed with Josh is you got to beat his boy to the fish because he hasn't been taught well to play with others. Mama didn't teach him to play well with others.
He doesn't share well.
He does not share well.
I figured it wouldn't take just.
Oh, he bumped it that time.
Did he?
Yeah.
I figured it wouldn't take just a second to mess off of that. Riley got one out of his front.
Got a double?
Double.
Oh, Mr. Bassmaster lost his.
You can't teach these young kids nothing anymore. Tony said his father-in-law wants mess fish to eat. There's another 10 1/4 incher.
Riley, you're laying it right on it. Oh, I seen him coming.
He'll be right. There we go. See the line's going down.
Yeah, Riley just said he had an idea. I knew he did because I saw some smoke coming out of his ears. His brain was thinking. What you got there, big boy? Oh, secret stuff.
I'm gonna back up. That button's pretty much standing about the thing low. If there's a flathead around, he'll eat it.
Yeah, boy.
There's one. Take your time with him.
Come on, Mr. Bassmaster. Ah, a little spotted bass.
12-inch keeper.
I don't know if that's 12 inches. Your tape measure, you might need to, Riley, you better get Dad a new tape measure.
Oh, yeah, no, he's 11, man.
Josh, I'm just going to let mine troll behind the boat. There's all kinds of shad down there while you're looking around.
Yeah, there's a few fish down there on bottom, just dragging along to see what happens.
I'll tell you what happens.
Riley, drag it with a pretty good school of them. Drag it, Riley.
Oh, heck yeah, mine's nice.
Did you get one too?
Yeah, I got one.
Well, hey, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. If it works, we'll do it.
Good crappie.
Another good crappie. Whose is bigger, Riley? Oh,
I
looks like
think you
mine
got
might
this
be a
one.
little bigger. Turn around, Josh. Well, guys, we started out this morning trying to catch some walleye and stuff up at the dam. It didn't work out. Look at you, got bright blue skies, high pressure. But you guys, Josh has been fishing down here for years and years and years. If you want to go on a crappie trip, pretty much any time of the year.
Yeah.
Is prime time coming up this fall and winter for the big boys?
Yeah, my big girls are going to really start moving around deer season, November. We'll go all the way through February, March, April, and
Best time.
is the best time. We really start catching some big ones. I don't care if it's 10 degrees. If you want to go, we'll go, and we'll catch some crappie.
If you can catch crappie today, I guarantee you can catch them when they're really biting. Hey, man, thanks for having Squincher Outdoors in your boat.
You bet. I
Thank you,
appreciate
young fella,
Tony.
for coming along. You guys, Keith will put up his information at the end of the show if you want to get a hold of him. And now we're going to make Riley go clean some crappie so Tony can have lunch. You're really like a possum. Feel better when it quits hurting?
Just stubbed my toe on the console somehow.
All right, guys, on this week's episode of Squincher Outdoors, we're back at our home lake on Table Rock Lake, and I'm with Timmy Sainato. And Tim, I've been sitting in a tree for about the last 2 months. You called me the other day and said, it's time. I've been whacking on the fish, so you didn't have to tell me twice because I'm sick of sitting in a tree.
Favorite time of year right now. The fish are really grouped up, and later in the video we'll kind of show what baits we're using, but I'm pretty confident we're going to catch some good fish this morning.
Today.
Yeah.
It's only a week from Christmas. You know, everybody kind of forgets about fishing this time of year, especially guys like me. I'm out sitting in a tree, but this is one of seriously, this is one of your favorite times of the year to catch numbers of fish and good size fish.
Good size, yeah, quality. We're catching good quality.
And on your guide trips, I mean, people can have a blast this time of year.
Yeah, and you know, looking at them on the Lawrence products, you know, we're seeing the fish, seeing how they're acting. It's really a fun program right now.
I hate to admit, we've been doing this quite a while. When I first moved here, all we ever did was throw a wiggle wart, a jig, or a jerkbait. And with the new technology, you have to adapt.
Yeah, well, you can still catch fish doing that. Don't get me wrong. I was out last week and I had 15 smallmouth in about 2 hours on a jewel jig. They were 8 foot deep, but you can do that. But the fish, when you find them deep, they're very grouped up. You catch a lot of them pretty quick.
Fish.
Yeah.
Well, it's freezing. Let's bundle up and go for a little ride. We're not going to say exactly where Timmy's taking to me because he's forgot more spots than I'll ever remember, so I'll try to hide it on the camera.
All right.
All right, Timmy, before we get started here, I'm going to take a little shot of your graph and kind of tell everybody what we're looking for.
Well, we're looking for this. That's the bait right here, and these fish are falling. You can see the fish underneath. Right there, we're out 53, 54, but as you can see, these are my tracks right here, and you can see where I've been catching them. They're right up on top of this point. We're sitting right out here in this ditch right now, but they follow these shad. Look how they're on top of the shad. They're underneath the shad. But I always seem to do better getting away from the shad. You'll go and all of a sudden the shad will disappear, and then you find the fish on the side of them. I can catch those fish a lot easier in these right here because we're competing with that right there. But I always stop short of where I'm going to kind of look around because these fish move around. I mean, one day you'll catch them up here in 36, next day they're out here in 53. So you have to look around. But having these good Lawrence units, it really eliminates a lot of the guesswork.
Are these mostly spotted bass out here, or you've been catching
a lot of largemouth too, but
a lot of largemouth?
75% of what we're catching is big, really nice spotted bass, but we're catching some largemouth. We had a good walleye the other day and a big flathead catfish, all on the same bait. Because everything's feeding up, because when this water is still 53 degrees, when it starts getting down the upper 30s, low 40s, they get real lethargic. They don't feed as much. So, but right now they're still pretty active. But you can see what's going on down there.
Holy cow.
There's the shad. They got these shad pinned to the bottom. When they tighten up like that last school, they weren't really scared. But when they get scared, they get in a real tight ball and spin around like these fish are working them. So you can tell those fish are being fed on right there. When they're all kind of spread out, they're what I call relaxed, but this is what we're looking for right here. See, we're getting real close. I dropped that waypoint the other day. We spot locked right there and had 26 fish, never moved the boat. So but that was 6 days ago. As you can see right now, I'm on it and I'm not seeing hardly anything. So these fish may have moved out a little deeper because they're out there.
Our
really
joke
thick.
always is the problem with fish is they tend to swim around.
Yeah. So I always like to just idle around the area and kind of see what's going on today, and we'll probably end up going back there and starting at about 55 foot, because that's where all the fish are. Because if you're not seeing them here,
Yeah, that's the bad thing about the good electronics. If there ain't fish on there, there ain't fish there.
that's right. But here you go.
There's a couple.
Here you go. These are the ones, if I can find these, I tend to catch them a lot easier and get away from all those shad. So I'm gonna get up here about 36. There we go. I think we ought to stop and do some fishing right here.
I'm ready. I can't wait to. I ain't caught a fish in 2 months.
All right, let's do it.
You guys, Timmy's got a Rapala jig and wrap. What size you got on today?
I've got it's called an 07. It's like a 5/16. And then I've got the bigger 09. It's almost like a 3/4 ounce size. But when I really get them fired up, I switch to the bigger one because it gets down there quicker.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and put on the Jewel scuba spoon, and boy, you ain't kidding. Boy, they got that winter color to them, don't they?
There's not a lot of sunlight down there, but look at it.
They're beautiful,
quality
healthy fish.
Yeah, well, they eat that thing.
Well, you weren't kidding. Tim said, "Get out here. We're gonna catch some fish." I ain't even got a rod in the water
See the
yet.
graph. Look at all them come up with him.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'll get some footage of the graph here in a
Let's
second.
look at
Yeah,
that. Chuck, can't hardly get my hand around them, but we're catching some a lot bigger than that too. But those are good quality fish.
Were they right on bottom?
Yeah. See, I didn't see a fish until I hit bottom, clicked it, and they all went. See them all? Look at them.
Oh, wow.
Get ready. Oop, look at them all go after it. Oop, one just nicked mine all the way down.
Goodness gracious, they're swarming.
Yeah. Just like that. Oh, he come off. Watch this. Watch how quick no one hits it.
Well, I can tell you one thing. I'm going to be putting one of those on here in about 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think the difference is in the Rapala jig and wrap spoon setup compared to a traditional spoon?
Well, the spoon was working really good, that Jewel scuba spoon, when the water was still in the 60s, and whoop, there he went. But tell you a little story about that. Rapala designed that to fish through the ice.
Right, that's an ice jig.
It's an ice jig, that's what they call it. And back in the late 90s, when me and Buster Loving were fishing a lot of tournaments and doing very well, winning a lot of tournaments, I ordered some. I've been sponsored by Rapala for a very long time. And we were getting them to look at the spoon. It was a December tournament. And I put one of these on, and I remember Buster looking at me and said, "What is that?" And I said, "Oh, it's a bait that Rapala made. I'm gonna try it." Well, Bass Pro can't keep them on the shelves now.
No.
The word got out, and you know, it's a great bait because it's designed for when the fish are lethargic.
It's a little more subtle. It just kind of sits there.
Yeah. And I kind of dressed mine up a little bit with that VMC hook. I'll kind of show you after a while how I tweak my baits a little bit. But that glow color right there, white and chartreuse, you get a lot of them slapping at it. But once you catch a few of them, you get them fired up, and it's a little easier to catch. I'll show you how to do it. I always go, like when they're on bottom, I go right to the bottom and make it hit the rocks and make a sound. Just kind of hold it there, pop it, shake it a little bit, drop it down.
Now, the good thing about fishing this time of year, not very crowded, Timmy.
No, be a little cool, but it's not bad.
It's supposed to be a south breeze this afternoon, so
Yeah.
it's going to warm up a little bit today.
Got some rain moving in tonight. But after you catch a few fish too, a lot of times these fish will spook. You'll turn them loose, they'll go down and spook the other ones. They tell on you. But then you just got to move over 15, 20, 30 feet.
Be sure to join back up with us next week as Tony and Tim continue to stack fish at their home pond, Table Rock Lake in Missouri.